Have you ever wondered about the man who became a symbol of the Mexican Revolution, Pancho Villa? Our story begins with a boy named Doroteo Arango, born in the late 19th century to a poor peasant family in the northern state of Durango, Mexico. Life was hard, but the young Doroteo was resilient, a trait that would serve him well in the tumultuous years to come. The name Pancho Villa wasn't always his moniker. Doroteo Arango was the name he was born with, a name he left behind when he was barely 15 years old. It was a confrontation that would change the course of his life forever. A powerful hacienda owner, angered by young Doroteo's audacity, brutally assaulted his sister. In retaliation and to protect his family, Doroteo shot the hacienda owner. This single act of defiance propelled him into a life on the run. He adopted the name Pancho Villa, a name inspired by his bandit mentor. It was a name that would soon echo through the annals of Mexican history. The young outlaw's reputation grew, his name becoming synonymous with resistance against the oppressive hacienda system. As Pancho Villa, he became an outlaw, a bandit, and a folk hero, his exploits gaining him a following among the rural poor. His life was no longer his own but a symbol of the struggle against oppression. His early life of hardship and rebellion was a precursor to the role he would play in the events that would transform Mexico. Villa's journey was just beginning. His life as an outlaw set the stage for his involvement in the political and social upheaval that was to come. His story is one of resilience, rebellion, and revolution. He was a man molded by the circumstances of his time, his actions a response to the injustices he witnessed. So Pancho Villa's life took a significant turn, setting him on a path that would lead him to become a key figure in the Mexican Revolution. But what led Pancho Villa to become a revolutionary? As we delve into the early 20th century Mexico, we find ourselves in the midst of a turbulent social and political climate. The country was under the iron-fisted rule of Porfirio Diaz, a regime that was as oppressive as it was enduring. Ruling for nearly 3 decades, Diaz was a man who believed in the power of order and progress, but his vision for Mexico came at a steep cost for its people. Under Diaz, the wealthy hacienda owners and foreign investors thrived, their pockets lined with the fruits of Mexico's resources. Yet for the vast majority of Mexicans, life was marked by poverty and hardship. The indigenous people and the peasants were often deprived of their lands, their rights blatantly disregarded. The widening gap between the rich and the poor, the blatant disregard for social justice, and the suffocating grip of Diaz's dictatorship were all ingredients for a brewing storm. And it was within this storm that revolutionary figures like Pancho Villa emerged. Born into poverty and hardship, Villa's life was a reflection of the struggles faced by many Mexicans. His rise from a mere bandit to a revolutionary leader was not just a personal journey, but a testament to the simmering discontent among the Mexican populace. The oppressive regime of Diaz, the societal inequalities, and the widespread dissatisfaction among the Mexican people were the sparks that ignited the Mexican Revolution. These were the conditions that set the stage for a man like Pancho Villa, a man who embodied the spirit of resistance and rebellion to rise to prominence. From the ashes of oppression and inequality, a new era was about to dawn, an era marked by the thunderous cries for justice and the clamor for change. An era where figures like Pancho Villa would lead the charge against the oppressive regime. Thus, the stage was set for Pancho Villa to take up the mantle of leadership in the fight against oppression. So, how did Pancho Villa contribute to the Mexican Revolution? Let's delve into this intriguing chapter of history. Villa, a man of humble beginnings, rose to prominence as a revolutionary leader, taking up the mantle of command for the División del Norte, one of the most powerful military factions during the Mexican Revolution. Villa's leadership was marked by his unconventional yet effective military strategies. These strategies were born out of necessity and the desire to overcome the superior firepower of his adversaries. Villa's keen understanding of the terrain and his knack for guerrilla warfare allowed him to outmaneuver and outwit his enemies time and time again. Take, for instance, the Battle of Torreon. Despite facing a well-fortified enemy, Villa orchestrated a brilliant offensive that led to a decisive victory. Through a combination of diversionary tactics, night attacks, and relentless pressure, he managed to capture the city, striking a significant blow to the federal forces. Yet his greatest triumph was perhaps the taking of Zacatecas. The city was a strategic stronghold for the federal forces and a major obstacle for the revolutionaries. Villa, undeterred by the task at hand, led his troops into what would become one of the bloodiest and most decisive battles of the revolution. His victory at Zacatecas not only marked a turning point in the revolution, but also solidified his status as a formidable military leader. But it wasn't just his military successes that set Villa apart. His leadership extended beyond the battlefield. He was a man of the people, sharing their struggles and aspirations. He implemented social reforms in the territories he controlled, ensuring that the benefits of the revolution reached the common folk, thus furthering the cause of the revolution. Through his leadership and military prowess, Pancho Villa had indeed become a formidable force in the Mexican Revolution. His contributions were not just limited to winning battles, but in shaping the course of the revolution itself, making him a true hero of the Mexican Revolution. But every story has its climax, so what led to Villa's downfall? Pancho Villa, like many other revolutionaries, found himself caught in a whirlwind of political maneuvering and shifting alliances. The Agua Prieta coup was a pivotal moment, marking the beginning of the end for Villa. Orchestrated by his former allies, this coup d'état saw Villa's power and influence severely diminished. But the coup was only part of the equation. The United States, who had once been a strong ally, began withdrawing their support. This shift in geopolitical alliances left Villa isolated and vulnerable, a stark contrast to the powerful figure he had once been. Despite the setbacks, Villa didn't go quietly into the night. Instead, he negotiated a retirement deal with the Mexican government, a move that allowed him to step away from the tumultuous world of politics and revolution. He retired to a quiet hacienda, far from the battlefield and the political arena. Yet, even in retirement, Villa couldn't escape his past. In July 1923, Villa was assassinated in a hail of bullets. The circumstances surrounding his death remain shrouded in mystery. Theories abound, but the truth has proven elusive, adding yet another layer to the enigma that is Pancho Villa. Villa's legacy, however, is undeniable. He remains one of the most iconic figures of the Mexican Revolution, a symbol of resistance and the struggle for social justice. His impact on Mexican history and culture is profound, his name synonymous with the spirit of revolution. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of Villa's story is the blend of myth and reality that surrounds his life and death. This blend has turned him into a larger-than-life figure, a legend that continues to captivate and intrigue. Even in death, Pancho Villa remained a figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue. After all is said and done, what is the legacy of Pancho Villa and the Mexican Revolution? In the aftermath of the Mexican Revolution, Mexico underwent a transformation that would irreversibly alter its social and political landscape. The revolution, with its fiery spirit, took on the Herculean task of dismantling the old order, paving the way for a new era of democratic governance and social justice. And at the heart of this seismic shift was Pancho Villa. As a revolutionary hero, Villa's contribution was instrumental. He was the embodiment of the common man's struggle against oppression and inequality. His audacious exploits and relentless pursuit of justice ignited a spark of rebellion that spread like wildfire, uniting the masses against the oppressive regime. Villa's legacy, however, extends beyond his role in the revolution. He became a symbol of defiance, a beacon of hope for the downtrodden, embodying the spirit of resilience and resistance. His life and deeds would be immortalized in Mexican history and culture, his name synonymous with the fight for justice and equality. Villa's influence can be seen in the fabric of modern Mexico. His revolutionary ideals helped shape the nation's ethos, inspiring generations to challenge injustice and strive for equality. Today, Mexico's constitution and its emphasis on social justice and equality are a testament to those revolutionary ideals that Villa and his compatriots fought so fiercely for. Moreover, Villa's impact is not confined to the borders of Mexico. His story has transcended national boundaries, inspiring countless individuals worldwide. His spirit of rebellion, his fight for justice, and his unwavering resolve continue to resonate with people around the globe, making him a universal symbol of resistance against oppression. Thus, Pancho Villa, the man, the myth, the legend, continues to echo in the annals of history, a testament to the indomitable spirit of revolution.